Not Your Typical Memoir and Self-Help Book by Summer Renee. Copyright 2026 by Summer Renee and Mysterious Garden Sanctuary Publications. All rights reserved. No part of this book may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means, including photocopying, recording, or electronic or mechanical methods, without prior written permission of the author, except in the case of brief quotation embodied in reviews. Audio recording by Summer Renee. Chapter 4. Loss. My parents were together for a long time. Young love, deep love, unhealed love. Neither of them were perfect. They carried trauma they didn't know how to process. They didn't have the tools. They didn't have the language. They didn't have the support. And eventually, that pain spilled into our house. My dad struggled with intense emotional and chemical imbalances. And when I was about 14, he took his own life. Before that, he was my adventure buddy. He took me to concerts, let me hang out, let me be me. He didn't hover. He taught me about cars. He took me into the workshop. We roughhoused. We were silly. We laughed. We were supposed to restore a vintage car together. He was going to teach me stick shift. We were going to fix it up from scratch. That car was going to be my first ride. My freedom on 4 wheels. That never happened. But one day I will get my vintage car. I will restore it. I will learn stick shift and I will drive it with his spirit riding shotgun. When my dad died, my family shattered. My mom broke mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I, 14 years old, not even driving yet, stepped into the role of the adult. I became the glue. I became the caretaker. I became the emotional regulator. I became the strength. I became the protector. I became the perfect firstborn again. But this time the stakes were life and death. I put my feelings aside. I put my grief aside. I put my childhood aside. I skipped over being a teenager and jumped straight into survival. High school is a blur. I graduated, but I don't remember it. I was in fight or flight. Living in fog, just hanging on. We moved constantly, house to house, city to city, friend group to friend group. No stability, no roots. When we finally settled, my mom told me something that stunned me. She said she was okay now. She said I could step down. She said I could be a child again, a sister again, a daughter again. But how do you do that when you've been the adult for so long? How do you let go of survival when it's the only language your nervous system speaks? Not Your Typical Memoir and Self-Help Book by Summer Renee. Copyright 2026 by Summer Renee and Mysterious Garden Sanctuary Publications. All rights reserved. No part of this book may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means, including photocopying, recording, or electronic or mechanical methods, without prior written permission of the author, except in the case of brief quotation embodied in reviews. Audio recording by Summer Renee.